No, by the third time, I lost my mind. The boxes weren't even made of avocado. It was bonkers. Sorry about that. What's up, everybody? Eric here, Tabletop Haven, coming at you with a What Did I Play in March? What could I have played in March? Who knows? We'll find out. Well, if you want to make the video real short, you can just look and scan and see. Because this is what I played. But, you know what? Hey, we're here to talk about board games. We're going to talk a little about board games. So, first things first, 7 times. I have seen something, somewhere, somebody, I don't recall who, did it kind of like by hours, in which case this would look a lot differently, but whatever, it's fine. The Crew, Quest for Planet 9, I played 7 times. All right, The Crew. So, to be fair, right here, this is the moneymaker right here. Mission Deep Sea, I think, just does everything better than the original Crew. I really do. We played the other one because I didn't bring mine with me, and we ended up playing it. But yeah, for me, Mission Deep Sea is amazing. This is a cooperative trick-taking game. It is, as you can see, I give it a 10. I think it's phenomenal. I love it. I love every minute of it. I think it's fantastic. It puts you in that trick-taking mindset, and you just kind of roll with it. Sometimes, if you haven't played in a while, it takes you a few games to kind of get in the mode, but then once you're in the mode, you're cruising, you're going, your trick-taking brain is working, and The Crew is phenomenal, in my opinion. So, obviously that goes without saying. But, The Crew, for me, I got Cat in the Box, which I heard is another fantastic trick-taking game. I have not gotten a chance to table it yet. I believe that one is competitive. So, for me, this is just fantastic. I think I've talked about trick-taking in the past. In these, I grew up with kind of Sheep's Head and Euchre, Midwest trick-taking games. And this one, I just think, is obviously fantastic. Crew, Mission Deep Sea, phenomenal. Played that 7 times. Good stuff. Probably for a total of about, I don't know, maybe an hour. Probably a little more than an hour. 51st State Ultimate Edition. Okay, so this is new to me. This is new. I have not rated it because I'm a ratings weirdo. It takes me forever for my brain. I could give it an upfront initial rating, but then I like to settle and okay, this and that and the, I just what do I do? But I really like 51st State. I really do. I think it's a very good game. I've not played any of them up until this point, but it's just chaining glory. You get resources, you turn resources into other resources, that goes into that, you buy things, you fight things, you destroy things. I have only played this solo. So, I might have even said this last time. It's possible I said this, it's possible that I played this at the end of last month. But I think this game will be better when playing multiplayer. But solo, I really like it. I think it's really good solo. It's fantastic and fun, and I enjoy it. I love the chaining of things together. The thing that I think would make it better non-solo with multiplayer is playing off of each other's, I don't know what they're called, factions. And so having the ability to do more actions, because once somebody, passes for the round or whatever, then you lose the ability to kind of interact with them. And in a solo mode, that kind of happens quickly. I think there's an automa. I have not played the automa yet. That might work a little bit differently. I might try that to see if that fixes that. But 51st State, I think it's really good. I'm very glad. This is kind of a last-minute late pledge for me on this game, and I'm extremely happy so I did so. I don't know. Let's throw an 8 on there right now because I think it's good. 8. I think it's good. It's very good. I do own this. Congratulations, me. There we go. Cool. 51st State Ultimate Edition 8. There you go. Look at that. Spontaneous rating. I don't know. That could go up. I find it hard to believe that's going to go down because, man, it's good stuff. That is good, fun stuff. Hungry Hungry Hippos. Okay. For those of you who haven't seen this yet, I do put the games I play with my kids on here. I just like, tracking, like, hey, I played games with game. Hungry Hungry Hippos is what it is. Pick Your Chickens, another kid's game. Planet. Planet is a game I play with my kids, but it's a fine little game even for not playing with kids. It's got these cool planet things. You put the magnets on, and then you can see they're divided into 5 sectors. So this has 2 forests, 2 water, 1 mountain. But then all these forests connect with these, so you would have a big forest section here. And then certain animals are going to want to live in a forest area that is not next to water. So this big forest would not qualify. So you have to check your world, everyone checks their world to see who meets the criteria, and then ultimately who gets that animal to live on their... So here's the different animals. Like this one here, these 5, that wants you to have whoever has the most separate water areas on their planet is going to get the orca whale. Whoever has the most separate forests is going to get the panda bear. It's hard to see here, but this is whoever has the biggest ice area that is next to a desert. So judging just from this one would be 1. See, it's next to a desert. This one is 2. Would be, so you count your 2, but it's potential that the ice could go. And that's basically the game works. You do see what's coming up when you play a regular game. When I play with my kids, we kind of build our world, and then we just kind of go through and put some animals out on the planets, and people have fun seeing what animals live on their planets. So, yeah, we have fun with that one. Who's Your Monkey? It's another kids game. Ark Nova. Ark Nova, I have not pulled out in a while. And I'm like, I want to pull this out for funsies. And, man, I got back into it. This is a really, really, really good game. Like, it just is. It's just a really good game. It's fun. It is thinky. I've only played it solo. I played it one time, 2-player. I want to play it multiplayer again and just buckle in for a long game. I think it is long. Solo version is not long. Solo version is I really like. I think it's very good solo because it's not very long, but when you play multiplayer, I think it could get long, so playing with 3 or maybe even 4 could be a beast of a game, but I want to do it just to experience it. I think my family would be big time into this game, so I might try busting it out with them at some point to get the full experience of the game. See how long it really does take, because I really do think it's fantastic. Is it 4? I'm not going to say it shouldn't be 4. I think it's too long to be 4, to be honest. But, whatever. Board Game Geek ratings or whatever. It's fine. I'm fine with it being 4. I'm fine with whatever being whatever, to be honest. But, yeah, it's really good. And I went back to it just because I'm like, man, I just want to test. I had a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Ark Nova, if you don't know, is you are building up your zoo. So you have this zoo mat here. You're trying to fill in your zoo. You have to build enclosures for animals. You have to get animals that live in there. Covering these things gets you money. When you do certain things, it's just everything is kind of getting you points. There's 2 different tracks. You want the appearance of your zoo to be good, so it's like I don't know if it's attractiveness. So you have that, and then you have the conservation. So you're also trying to work together. It's kind of like Rajas, where you have 2 different tracks you're going, and then once they meet, that triggers game end. This is your action selection down here, depending on where the action is. It's how powerful it is. Really, really clean system, really smooth, and it's a really good game. It just is. It's one of those games that I didn't want to dislike, because I got it fairly early based on the hype. And I mean, there was hype. And like I said, I didn't want to dislike it, but I was like, really? It's very good. It's an extremely good game. And it's at least it has been widely available, which I think was brilliant by them. That boom, it came out to a lot of praise, and then it was available. And that's huge. And I think that's why it went top and fast. It went up as fast as it did because it was available. People heard, oh, good things about the game, then they got the game, immediately were able to play the game, and they liked the game. That's big. If a game comes out and you're like, oh man, this game is so awesome, it's great, oh, and only 2,000 people can get it, or it's a Kickstarter, we'll reprint it. That's tough. That's tough for a game to deal with, because, you know, cult of the new, this industry is extremely cult of the new, so in 2 years, we'll talk about a game that I got on here that I've been waiting for almost 2 years for, but it just people just lose interest. So having it available when it comes out is big, and Arc Nova did that. So well done by them, and it's a fantastic game. I really, really enjoy it. Fishing Lessons, what I've talked about. It's a little solo button shy game. It's very simple. It's cute. I like it. So you have, this is your, you have the water here, and then you have your fisherman up here who's trying to get some sort of combination of fish. And then you have your lessons, which is going to move the boat and flip cards. And ultimately you want your cards to be, the cards to be flipped in a certain pattern to match the fisherman by the end of whatever your difficulty is. It's good. It's a fun little game. It's super quick. It probably takes 10 minutes, maybe. But it can be thinky and it can be fun, and I enjoy it. I that's when I just bust out when I'm just have some extra time. I don't carry it around in my pocket, but I easily could. Fun stuff. Fishing Lessons. Gloomhaven is Gloomhaven. Gloomhaven I play digitally with friends. Try to do it weekly. As you can see, I love Gloomhaven. I think it's fantastic. And the digital version is wonderful. Tabletop version is fantastic as well. I've played it in the past. I haven't played the tabletop in a while, but the digital version is it's actually more efficient than the tabletop version, naturally, because it digitalizes everything. But it's the same game, and the flow is great, and it's wonderful. Sometimes the rules, the way they're applied, make me frustrated, but I think they're the way they're supposed to be applied, so that's interesting. But regardless, Gloomhaven is Gloomhaven, and it's wonderful, and I love it. Onirim. I came back to Onirim. I haven't played Onirim in a while. Sometimes I just like to, when I'm taking my daughter to different places, sometimes I'll have time to just kind of sit and chill for a little bit, so I'll bring solo games along. Fishing Lessons. I brought Onirim out recently. It's good. I like Onirim. It's one of those ones where you can not turn your brain off, but it's a very zen game. You can just kind of go, you just play, you're shuffling, and you know, it's the zen of the shuffle and the mix and the match, and you just go, and you are attempting to unlock all these doors. So you want to unlock the doors, and you do that by playing a combination of cards in a pattern order. So you have like the brown cards, you have to play 3 alternating symbols of the same color in a row, then that unlocks a door for you. So 3 brown, 3 blue, 3 green. So you get a brown door, a blue door, a green door. And then you got these nightmares you're dealing with. I don't know if these are the nightmares. This is a different version than I have. Nightmares cause you bad things to happen, and so... Oh, look at that! Assassin's Creed Brotherhood of Venice Apocalypse. Hello! Merry Christmas! Welcome to Stream by me. This is... Brotherhood of Venice will show up on my list later, but it's an expansion, it looks like. Following Kickstarter? I don't know. I would say I'd check that out, but I haven't finished the base game, and I'm not going to say I won't, but ISS Vanguard is on the table right now, right behind me, or right behind you, in front of me. So I'll have to come back to this one. I did get a good solid 10-12 plays of Assassin's Creed in, so I get it. I'm not sure I need to back more, but we'll talk about that at another time. Onirim, it's a fun little zen solo game for me. Some people don't like all the shuffling, but for me, I think it's just kind of chill. I like it. Terraforming Mars Ares Expedition. Okay, this is... So, I put my plays of this in Crisis mode. I just put it in under the base game, because I don't like dealing with all the garbage of like, oh, I played this version of it, I played that version of it. It's all Terraforming Mars, Ares Expedition to me. But these 3 plays are all of Crisis Mode. 2 solo, 1 with a group. Alright, team. Sometimes you think a game is not that difficult. Okay, you think it's kind of straightforward. And then you play with some people who aren't as game experienced or might be a little older, and you find out real quick, like, oh, okay, alright, I need to dial things back a little. This happened. I talk about my Wednesday game night group fairly often. I call it my lighter group because one of the people in the group is a little bit older, and so when we play a lot of cooperative games, and we play what I thought was typically more lighter-ish games. This one, Crisis Mode, he struggled mightily. It took us a long time, and that was with me like culling cards out to speed up. It was a lot. I really love Ares Expedition Crisis Mode. I think it's a great solo mode / cooperative mode, and I think it could play if you had more experienced gamers who knew what they were doing. This could play a lot more efficiently, even the Crisis Mode with the new stuff. But I really do like it. I think it's very good. Ares Expedition, particularly Crisis Mode, which is a new expansion, I think it's a lot of fun. Except when it takes a really long time because people are struggling. Then it's long. But yeah. Wavelength played with some friends of ours, me and the wife. This is just a pretty simple party game. It's good times. So it's very, very easy game. So you have, I don't know if I can see this or not. What is it? Messy food, clean food. Okay, so one person sees all this information. They have messy food and clean food, and then they have this range here. So you need to give a clue that's going to get your team to guess a food that is more messy than clean, but not like extremely messy. So you have to give them a clue that might be like tacos, maybe. Because tacos are a more messy food, I would say, than clean, but they're not like, I don't know, what, like Sloppy Joe. Would a Sloppy Joe be a real messy food? But yeah, so that's what you're doing, and then your team knows the range of messy and clean, but they don't know where the scale is, and so then their job is to put this little dial where they want along the scale and where they think it's going to fall. And then they earn points based on if they're right, and then the other team can earn points if they're wrong. So it's just a good little party game. We play boys versus girls, and with another couple, and boys always lose. It's just the way that it is. The only reason we won even one game, we played 3 games. The only reason we even won one game is because they had, like, movies and TV shows, and neither of them watch movies or TV. So anyway, here we go. Assassin's Creed, Brotherhood of Venice. So we have this is a miniatures adventures game. It's fun. The thing I liked about it, I wanted to give it more time. I did give it more time. I really wanted to get to ISS Vanguard, so I ultimately shelved this one to play ISS Vanguard. But you have these tiles, you're moving around the tiles, you have objectives. What this game, I think, failed at, in my opinion, is it took too long to get into interesting stuff. It got there, for sure. As you progressed in the game, things got much more interesting. The missions got much more interesting, but I know you need to introduce people to the game system. I understand that. But it was slow. It was a slog. Those initial things were tough for me to get through until I got to the quote-unquote fun stuff. So, yeah. Ultimately, I think it's a good game. I don't know. Did I rate it? I haven't rated it. See, look at it. I have played 14 games of it and I haven't rated. In my brain. Like, I should be able to rate this game, right? I should. But in my brain, I'm still not like, ooh, what do I give this game? And I think it's because of the dichotomy of the early game versus the mid game. I didn't even get to the late game because ultimately I just kind of was like, I'm good for now. So, yeah, I think it might be like a 7 because the early game was like a 5-6 and then the late game was like an 8-ish. So probably in that 7 range is good. 7, 7.5 I think is where I'd come in at it. We're gonna put it at a 7.5 for now. Boom. All right, 7.5. There we go. Yeah, I like it. I think it's fun. I also did. I primarily played this solo, but I did play it with 2 players, and I thought it worked well. I had fun with it 2 players. It seemed good. I played it 2-handed when I played it solo. But yeah, just like they just needed to clean up the early, 3-5-ish missions of the game needed to be better, in my opinion. And then like figuring out there's like a side like a between mission thing that happens, and that was clear as mud. So that took me a while, but once I got everything going, it was really good. Also, the setup to game time is like almost like a 1-to-1 ratio, which is probably not, maybe that might be a little extreme, but like the setup might be 15 minutes and then the game might be 20 to 25 minutes. And so that probably is different with 4 players, but with 2 players or 2-handed solo, the game goes pretty quick. But it is fun. It's very enjoyable. So there we go. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood of Venice. Astronauts. Astronauts is the re-implementation of Aeon's End. I really like it. I think it's a very clean system. This is another one I played with my Wednesday group that could have gone better. But again, this one, how many times? I've only played it 3 times. I've played it 3 times? I guess I only played it 3 times. I really like it though. I think it's good. I'm going to play this one solo some more. Probably 2-handed solo. I don't love how it shakes out with 3, the way that the rotation works. But I think Aeon's End might be the same thing, but like 2 players seems to be the sweet spot in this game, in my opinion. I really like what they did. Okay, let me see if I can find an example. Yeah, boom, right here. Here we go. These right here are the bosses. So set up the game. Okay, I want to fight Furion. Boom. You take this box out. It has everything you need to fight that boss. You're done. And then you can set up, your player boards and things like that. But it's just really clean. It's really simplified. It doesn't have the breaches that you have to like open occasionally throughout the game, and then ultimately open for. It's just you get weapon slots. You can put weapons in there. It's good to go. I really like it. I think they did a good job. I'm excited for the expansions on this one. I heard they're supposed to be coming sometime this year, so I'll probably back those. Astronauts. Earth, baby. Earth is one that, again, this is another one where heard really good things about it, and it was available for me to get. That's so huge. And I got it, and I played it, and I like it. I've only played it solo. This is another one that I want to play with multiple players. This is one, okay, so kind of looking at complexity, I think Ares Expedition was around a 3, Aeon's End was 2.6. This is coming in there. This might not be one I take to Wednesday. I was thinking about taking this to Wednesday night, game night, and I don't know if I should. Let's see here if we can. Okay, so here is, this is weird looking, but that's fine. Here's ultimately how the game works. Is on your turn you're going to pick one of these actions. It's going to give you a better benefit, and then it's going to give everyone else at the table a secondary benefit, which It is a benefit. It is something. And then you're going to trigger all cards of that color. So any card you have of that color, you're going to trigger all the abilities on that card. And ultimately, you're trying to complete different missions. You're trying to be first to do certain things in the game. Have 4 of a certain type of card. Have 3 things in a line. Blah 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 blah. Whatever. Bunch of different things you can do in the game, and ultimately, it's just really good. You tear through a ton of cards, so you get to see a lot of cards. You get to that's what I really like about it. Some people have compared this to Arc Nova. They're just very different games. I know they're similar. There's action selection, blah blah blah. They're like the nature theme, but I think this one, you see a ton more cards in this compared to Arc Nova. So that's one thing. You get so many points in this game. It's just cool. It's just a really good game. You have these things you can add to your. You're building up these little. Let's see if we can see better. Okay, yeah. So these things give you points. You stack them on here. If you max them out, you get bonus points. You can fill these up. Those give you points. There might be cards in the middle that say have 4 cards with 3 of these on them. So, okay, cool, you get that. Then you mark that bonus. Boom. This is your currency. It's called soil. I think it's soil. So this is kind of your currency. You'll see. It's tough to see. But yeah, so like this one says 9, so you have to pay 9 soil to play this card out. You're always making a 4x4 grid. You start in one place, and then you have to go adjacent to it. You can go diagonal, as you can see here. Like this card could play off of this card, or vice versa. But if you had this card here, you couldn't go like up here. You'd have to go to one of these 3 spaces. And that's pretty much it. You're just building a 4x4 grid and earning a lot of points, and it's great. I really like Earth. Zingo is a kid's game. I don't know if you know Zingo. It's kind of just bingo, basically. It's whatever. That's Zingo. Burgle Brothers, man, I love this game. I need to get this game in my collection. I love it so much. This looks like... Is this someone who did it? Like, built their own? I feel like that's cool, but would also be extremely annoying to play with. And, like... But... This is how we typically play at floor 1, floor 2, floor 3. You're just going around, you have to crack the safe on each level, then you have to escape through the stairs on the roof. And it's just a lot of fun. You have characters with different abilities. The different abilities can do all kinds of things. They might let you go through a wall, or peek through a wall, or destroy a wall. They might let you avoid detection. There's the guards that are going around, and the guards are on a path. And so you know where they're going, but then once they get there, you don't know where they're going to go once they get there, and so that can change up things. It's just extremely good. I really, really love Burgle Brothers. It's a cooperative game. Work together. I think you can straight solo it. I've typically played it at 2. We played it at 3. It was very good. Candyland is Candyland. Oh, here's more crew. Mission Deep Sea. One time, I don't know, whatever. Dinosaur Escape, that's a kid's game. Friday is another solo game I like to bust out. This game I was playing wrong, then once I figured out how to play it right, I really liked it. It's a really, really good game. It's a really good solo game. I would say it's quick, but 25 minutes that's sketch to me. That's big time sketch. I mean, I guess if you could die in 25 minutes pretty quick, but if you win this game or are close to winning this game, it's closer to 45 minutes. If you just brainlessly don't think about it and tear through it, you can easily die in 25 minutes. I can see that. Just my opinion. I might also be overthink it. It's been known to happen. Furnace is an engine building game. Oh my god, I love Furnace so much. It's so good. I don't have Furnace rated. Furnace is a 9. I love Furnace so much. Every time I play Furnace, I love Furnace. It's got these cards that you're bidding on. This is going to become part of your engine. Whoever has the biggest disc on there during the bidding phase is going to win the card. Everyone else is going to get compensated based on the top. So, for example, this person would win this card, and then these 3 people would win 2 coal times the number disc that they put on. So let's say this is a 3 disc, they'd win 6 coal. This is a 2, they'd win 4, and then this person gets 2 coal. And then this person gets the card. They do not get compensated at all, but they get this card to add to their engine. And then you're going to put your cards together and run your engine. I don't like any of these pictures. I might have to upload some pictures of how the game actually looks. So this is the round tracker. There's only 4 rounds, so it's super quick. These pictures are all beautiful, but they don't tell you anything about show you how the game actually plays. But anyway, so there's these cards, and then you're going to put them in order, and you're going to run your engine, and hopefully whoever has the most money at the end is going to win the game. And it's just extremely fun. I love it every time I play it. And now there's an expansion to it that lets you play solo, lets you add some things. That's fantastic. I'm very excited. I think it's Interbellum or something like that. That is on my list at the game store. Get it for me as soon as you can. Thank you very much, Furnace. Love it. Love everything about it. Go Diego Go. It's a kid's game. Hadrian's Wall. This one came with Legacy of You. Unboxing to follow. I ordered Hadrian's Wall when I backed Legacy of You. I played it solo. I am excited to play more of this game. My first play, it was kind of not what I expected, but it was, once I read the rulebook, it's what I expected. It's just chain, fury, glorious funness. You have, let's see if you can see here. Yep, so you have these 2 mats, and then they're allowing you to, you start each round, you're going to get a certain, well, let's go here. You're going to get a certain number of the different workers, I guess. You have like warriors and civilians and servants and artisans or something like that. Then you have materials. Then you're going to use those things to just do a whole bunch of different stuff. I'm going to build up my wall, and then I'm going to increase my defenses, and that gives me this, and that gives me this. Then you're ultimately going for points here. But then people attack at the end of each round, and you have to have enough defense in the different areas right here to defend against them. Otherwise, you lose reputation and you lose points, and it is really good. I only played it once, but it was... I heard good things, and I'm glad I pulled the trigger on it because it is really fantastic. I just played it solo. I don't know how it would play. I've heard most people talk about it as a solo experience. I'm sure people have enjoyed it. Curiosity, does it say best at 1 or not? Best at 1, yeah. 1 to 3, best at 1. So, most people play it as a solo game. It is just a number-based solo game, so if you score this many points, that's good. If you score this many points, that's really good. If you score this many points, that's bad. So, I don't love that type of system, but the game itself is so flippin' good, and there's so much fun chaining going on, and I gotta do that. Oh, what if I do that? Oh, yeah, it's great. I'm really, really happy I got it, and want to play it more, and I'm not gonna rate it yet, because I've only played it once. So, even for me, I can't rate after 1. Well, I shouldn't say even for me, like, just not. Even though I'm on the hype train currently, we're gonna see how it plays out. Boom, Hadrian's Wall, great game. Happy Salmon. Ugh, Happy Salmon. I played Happy Salmon. It's fine. You shouldn't be rated 1400. Okay, enough said. Happy Salmon. Horrified. My wife wanted to play Horrified. I thought she played it before. She never have. So we played Horrified, and it was good. It's Horrified. It was. Oh, they're so happy. Horrified's a cooperative game. Pick up and deliver. There's items at different places. You're fighting different universal monsters, and each one fights a different way. So for Dracula, you have to destroy all his caskets, and you can kill him. Frankenstein and the Bride, you have to educate them so you're spending these tiles. So you have to go to Frankenstein's spot, and you have to give this in, and then it increases his humanity meter or educate. I don't know. But all the villains play differently, or all the monsters play differently, and you have little mini games that you're trying to complete. But ultimately, you're picking up different items and then using them in different ways to affect the monsters and ultimately fight them. So, Horrified, it's good. It's a good game. It's what do I have it rated? 7? 8? Yeah, I might change that to a 7. It's a little, oh no, it's a little chill for me at this point. Long Shot the Dice Game. I played this. Long Shot the Dice Game I played with a big group of people, and ultimately number 1 ended up winning. I think I might have talked about this, maybe, last time. I don't remember. So then I played it again with a different group of people, and I'm like, I'm not going to say anything. 1 didn't win. 1 didn't even place. And so I was like, is 1 broken when I first played it? And I'm like, or maybe it was just like our mindset 1 was broken, so we all started like group thinking our way to 1 was the best, so then everyone bet on 1, so then everyone pushed 1. I don't know. I'm not sure. It's a really good game. It is roll and write. So you're rolling dice, and then you're ultimately spending your money to do different things. You can bet on the horses. You can buy different horses. If your horse wins places or shows, you get money for that, and then you also get money based on if you put any money on the winning win place show horses, you get that much money, and then there's other things that contribute to the amount of money you get. But everybody's taking actions based off the number of the horse that's rolled, and then doing different things, and you can move horses forward or backward and get free bets, and it's very good. It's very good. It's quick if you know what you're doing. It's not quick if you have a big group of people who are learning the game. There you go. Marvel Champions. I busted out Marvel Champions because it's been too long since I played, and Marvel Champions is one of my favorite games of all time, and it is still phenomenal. It's still fantastic. I love it. I played Venom. I remember not really liking Venom the first time I played him. I played Venom. I'm like, ooh, I like Venom. I got the new Miles Morales, the new Spider-Man box set, and he was cool too. So, Marvel Champions, it's a cooperative game. You have your hero. They have a deck of cards. You have to spend cards from your deck to pay for other cards and just upgrade your character and do attacks. And you're dealing with villains that the villains are trying to do some plan to some scheme that they're trying to perform, and they're trying to punch you in the face. So you can either lose by them completing their schemes or killing off all your superheroes. So I love Marvel Champions so much. It's so good. My First Castle Panic. Nidavellir. This is the one that I was waiting forever for. Now, to be fair, I could have got this earlier. It was available, but I like to wait till things are not at full price. I don't like to pay full price for things, typically. But I had this at my local game shop. Like, hey, call me when it's in that I get a discount from. And like 2020, it's 2023. Yeah, I ultimately got it off of Amazon because I got a gift card from Amazon. So I don't think I technically paid full price, but you know how that goes. So Nidavellir. Nidavellir is set collection, kind of. It's just get a bunch of points game. It's pretty much what it boils down to. So you're collecting these sets of dwarves, and they give you different points based on the color. And then when you complete a set of 5 of the 5 different colors, you get like a bonus hero dwarf that gives you different things. But the big thing in this game is the bidding system. So you have these 3 different taverns, and then there's different dwarfs in the tavern, and then everyone is picking one of their coins to bid on there. Whoever has the highest one gets their first choice, second choice, so on and so forth. But there's one coin in here that allows you to exchange your coins. It's a 0 value, so you're going to get last pick, or close to. But But then you get to take these last two, you get to add them up, and you get to exchange it for a higher value coin from this set here. And then you have another higher value coin that you can then spend for bidding. So I only played it once, 3 players. It's very good. It's a lot of fun. It's exactly what it should be. It is, let me see here. Let me see what it says time-wise. 45 minutes is, yeah, we were done in under an hour, and that was with the, well, I timed it from after the teach. So that was 3 people. I'd never played it before. So 3 people never played it before, and we came in pretty close to that 45 minute. So it's smooth, it's quick, and it is a lot of fun. And you're just trying to get the most points by collecting the most. Let me see if I can see a little bit better close-up example of. This kind of shows you here. So these are the green and the purple. Like, the more you have, the more points you get. So you can see, like, if you have 3, 4, 5, 6, it's progressively more points the more you have of those different colors, and then the other ones score differently as well. But it's very good. Nidavellir. Old Maid, you know it. Quetzalcoatlinburg. Quetzalcoatlinburg, I love. I got to I was played with the Alchemist expansion for the first time. I have never played the Alchemist expansion. Some friends of ours have it, and they brought it over, and we played the Alchemist, and I really like it. I like the Alchemist system. I don't own it. There's a chance I will pick it up just based on playing it the one time, but they have it, so I don't know that I need to. I have the Herb Witches, which I really like. I think the Herb Witches adds a very quick, a very small addition that adds a lot to the game, and I think that's huge for an expansion. And I think the Herb Witches does that. Gives you a little bit of flexibility, a little bit of timing things that you can do that's just going to ultimately boost everything. And the Alchemist seems similar. It adds a little bit more than Herb Witches, but I like what it does. So the Alchemists, after one play of that, I would recommend it if you haven't played it. It's good. It's a good expansion. But I just have the Herb Witches. Root. This is my first and only time of playing Root. I played a 5-player game of Root. I could be just done right now. It was extraordinarily I don't even want to say fine. Here's what I was doing. I was timing how long it took between my turns in a 5-player game, and it was like averaging 20 to 25 minutes between each of my turns. Okay, bye. Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza. I actually played this with a group with 2 other adults. I still don't really. It's fine. It was an okay game. It's, I don't know. I don't get it. It's fine. It's not even fine. I don't really like it. You're just slapping things. We're Doomed. This is the first time I played We're Doomed. We're Doomed. This is a 15-minute. I think 15-minute. Just this game was so random. Like, things just happened, and like you're collecting. You needed like parts, a certain number of parts to complete the mission, and then you also needed influence. And there were a certain number of seats on the rocket ship that you had to escape on the rocket ship but only whoever had the most influence would be allowed on, but you needed a certain number of parts in order for the rocket ship to blast off. But like, it was just crazy happenings. I didn't really know what was going on. It wasn't very difficult to understand, but it was also just kind of so random and weird. I didn't really it was okay. It was okay. We're Doomed. It was okay. And then Zynga 1, 2, 3 is just numbering. Okay, so there we go. I mean, I played a lot of different games, I guess. So that is cool. The first game for April 1st is ISS Vanguard. It is on the table, and I am excited. I played it 2 nights in a row, and I'm going to play it more because I am excited to. I'm just starting to scratch the surface, and I'm ready. I am ready. Okay, if you've made it this far, congratulations. Holy moly, scapoly. I will give you 37 points, and you can have yourself a lovely day. Yeah. So if you've watched this far, congratulations. Thanks to you. You're a cool person. But anyway, keep on keeping on. Have fun. Play games. Do all the things. Be nice. Be friendly. Love you, and we will catch you later. Bye!